Hello to everyone out there. We are finally back with part 3 of the Lucky Bamboo series. And I'll tell you what, the fact that it's been so long since part 2 is actually a good thing, because in order to measure if something's working, scientifically, the more time you have, the better sense you get, the better conclusion you get to I don't want to say prove, but to support that, something can work. So we have the Lucky Bamboo stalks in here. I showed in part 1 how I put these together in those little pots. This is the 90-gallon African cichlid tank. We're getting a pretty good look at the stalks right there. Now, I did clean these off one time, but I only had to do it once. And it really made a profound difference, because after a while, because of the lights being on in the tank, you do get an algae buildup on the stalks and the leaves, and they start to look kind of nasty. And it's probably bad for them because they can't do their normal, photosynthesis type reactions. So if you clean them off, it's good in terms of aesthetics, and then also the health of the plant. And you can see I have some anubias in this tank as well. And here's where you get into an interesting discussion, because people keep telling me that Lucky Bamboo won't last. Well, I haven't had any type of plant last, that long. Nothing has lasted more than a year, or they start to wither or fall apart. So from what I've seen, Lucky Bamboo are right in the same ballpark, unless you're a really good, experienced aquarium aquascaper, where you have the soil on the soil and the CO2 tanks and all that. I'm not that much into it. So from where I'm standing, it's working out so far compared to other plants. We saw the 135-gallon tank a second ago. Now we're at the 65-gallon American cichlid tank. You see the Lucky Bamboo stalks. A few times a stalk or two did pop out. Here you get an interesting effect here under the blue lights. I don't know if it's from the blood parrots or the Africans messing with them, nipping at them, or if it's just from being in the water, buoyancy or whatnot. Sometimes they do pop out of those baskets, and when that happens, it's usually not going to be one, because the whole thing gets loose. So a couple times, not that often, I've had to put them back in. So we are at the 135. We get a shot of the Venustus right there. He's the tank boss at the moment. Well, for a while he's been the tank boss. Got a look at the Lucky Bamboo there. Sarayu stone sponge filter right behind there. 2 canister filters in this tank as well. Marine land, and a couple of fans and 3 heaters, because this tank is in the garage. So it's a little bit harder to keep it, you need a little bit more heaters to keep it at the temperature you want. That's where I put my Lucky Bamboo stalks originally, before I put them into the tanks. Getting another look at the 90-gallon. So far, it has passed the test for my purposes. I've got the Beamswork lights on timers. They're on about 4 hours a day. About 2 hours of that, I think, is just the blue lights. Not too much ambient light comes in. There is a couple of windows in the garage. So in terms of, I would say that you can make this work as long as you clean off the plants, and and you have some lights coming in, and you do your water changes. In my opinion, this can work at least 7 to 8 months in, because that's my track record here, and I have them in 3 different tanks. And so far it's working. So see all the fish there together. I wish we could talk some more about the fish right now, but this was really just about the Lucky Bamboo. I'll do an update on the Africans really soon. I'm going to start doing a lot more uploads again. Been away for a while, but I promise there'll be a lot more content. So like and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you again really soon. Thanks.